Hello. Happy Sunday. I hope we're doing well. I hope your weekend has been restful. Oh, there's Jameli. Hope your weekend has been restful and fulfilling in some way. Hi. Australia's in the house. Hello. Are you ready? Yeah. Well, thank you all for joining me. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Apparently there's a difference between liking and the thumbs up at the top of, at the on the thing. So make sure you do that. Yeah. Good morning in India. It is great to see everybody. I don't have very many emails to answer, so we're going to be taking a lot of questions from the chat. If anybody has any as we go through, feel free to hit me. This is going to be a real breezy live for sure. Hello, hello. Let's get started with the emails that I have. All right, this one is from an Allison M. It says, "When will I get a new job? Will I like it?" Okay. Already. When will you get a new job? When you apply for one and get an interview? I don't know. Will I like it? That's up to you. Am I insane? Am I crazy? Yeah, this isn't, let's try to be okay. Let's try to be constructive. Let's try to phrase this in better terms. Maybe we can make this educational somehow. So, there's no other information. It's literally just those two sentences. This is not the kind of email that I wanted. This is meant to be like a dear madam, this is what's going on in my life. What do you think? What's the advice? What do the cards have to say? Not a magic 8-ball of it all, but let's try to be constructive. Let's try to be educational here. So a better way of phrasing this would be, I'm in the job market. I'm looking for a new job. What do I need to know to, bring my best foot forward in interviews? What do I need to get out of my own way when it comes to looking for new employment? Does that make sense? It should be constructive questions. There's no definitive yes or no's. There's no definitive timelines in tarot. So it's will I like it? I don't fucking know. Oh my God. Okay. So Allison, my friend, justice. Yeah, that's always how this works. It's between you and karma. you know? It's between you and karma, my friend. It depends on what you put forward. You have to hold up your end of your karmic bargain. You have to be willing to participate in the things that you want. So when will you get a new job? That's between you and karma. The thing we need to be looking for is the right crowd, though. When it comes to you in employment, Allison, you need to find a place that has a feeling of community, somewhere that you feel that you're part of a team, it seems. And it's best for you to communicate vulnerably, make sure you share that individual spark, that uniqueness to you. Make sure you express that and share that in an interview. That you are that so you can set yourself apart from the other applicants. There's an element of vulnerability and expression that needs to be um, on the forefront. So yeah, justice. It's between you and karma. Whether or not you get a job, that's up to you. Maybe when will see, and that's the thing, is that this is so short, the question is so short that I don't have any other information. So it's, I don't know, like, are you being picky about where you get, because I mean, you can get a job at Walmart, you can get a job at Publix, you can get a job at a restaurant, you know what I'm saying? But maybe you're being picky, you want a certain job in your career or whatever, but that's not what you said. When will I get a new job? Well, swing a sword out, swing around, babe. There's going to be tons of new opportunities available to you. Maybe you're being picky. So it's the question, and the way it's phrased is kind of giving, be careful what you wish for. That's the thing, is that I already have to interpret cards. Like, the only method that you have of communicating with me is the stuff that you text me or email me or type to me, right? So that's all I have to go on. When will I get a new job? Well, go apply for one. Oh, I mean, in my career field, I'm graduating from this. Some information would have been beneficial. You know what I'm saying? So it's between you and karma. Try to seek out a place that has community elements for you, where you get to feel like a part of a team. And then Two of Cups energy. In interviews, we gotta make sure that you're communicating well about your emotional self, also that you're being somewhat a little smidge of vulnerability in the professionalism. That's the vibe with this. So I hope that helps. Let's see another one. Lisa D, just wanted to drop a line and a thank you for all you do. Any insights about anything would be appreciated. Okay, so another one with no information and just a general vibe. That's fine, I guess. Okay. Let's see what I've got for you, Lisa. So for future reference, I'm looking for emails that are like, a little paragraph of something, yeah. Seven of Wands energy. It's time for you to stand up for yourself and fight for what you want in your life. Two of Wands energy is why we forgot about us and everything. We need to zoom out and see the big picture. We're a little too focused on the minutia. We're a little too focused on maybe some specific person or energy or event, and we need to zoom out and realize that we're missing some stuff. So we got to fight for what we want here. Teamwork is the thing, though, that we need to collaborate and make sure that people are holding up their end. You got to hold up your end of whatever it is that you want here. You have to hold up yours and they have to hold up theirs. So part of that, I guess, is you standing up for yourself and making sure that people hold up their end. It should show you a lot about them also, So I hope that helps. And that's it. Those are the emails I got. So I don't know if it's me or I'm just not advertising this properly or well enough, but I haven't got any new emails about in this. So I might have to start advertising this in a different way. But yeah, I think that a big part of the misconceptions with tarot is the whole yes or no thing. And I've every time I say and come out with these big controversial, well, I feel they're controversial opinions about things. I dot my I's and cross my T's. I make sure that I do a little research and um figuring out the best way. I don't say stuff just to rock the boat or just to um uh just to create rage bait or tension. But I would love to believe that there's yes or no's and stuff like that. Um, but every time I come across a reader online that is doing free yes or no's, it's always for likes, or they're never really free. They're never really free. And if they are, and they're just like, Sarah, does Tyler love me? Yes or no? Like, I'm saying, like that kind of thing. They just like make it up as they go along. But the other ones, they either don't show the cards, or they need you to follow them or send them gifts, which are not free. So that's bullshit. Um, and yeah, they're making it up. They're making it up. It's so annoying. And it gives people this, oh, this is what tarot is. Those tarot readers. And I hate that blanket statement because you're lumping me in with bullshit, which is so fucking annoying. Um, let's go to the chat here. Lisa D, was that your email a little bit ago? The stand up for yourself, fight for what you want, embrace teamwork, make sure you have people accountable. Was that you? Yes. Okay, good. I'm glad. I hope that applied. Let's see. What is your next development step for growing even more with your tarot talent? I am no, you're good, Lisa. Thank you. I am going back into researching the sacred geometry of it all, the tree of life of it all, the Kabbalah of it all. I'm going back to that, going back to some of the ancient root in this stuff. I just get so frustrated, man. Like, because the deeper I learn about things, the more frustrated I get at how shallow people's understanding of tarot is. It's real frustrating. So, my next development or learn about tarot is on some of the ancient mysteries and um uh like I said, the sacred geometry aspect and the Kabbalah infusion as well. The Super Bowl is on tonight too. Okay. All right. Let's go to another email. I've got some coming in now, so that's cool. Hello, Madam Adam. This is from April. Hello, Madam Adam. I lost my sister several years ago and I feel like I haven't come back to myself. Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss. Um, Early in the loss, I was taking care of those around me, her husband's sons, my parents, and other siblings, and didn't take much time for myself to grieve and process. Now, several years later, I feel like I'm still broken in pieces and not fully connected. And I feel like it's hurting other parts of my life. Well, you know, that's that's part of it, it's not a linear grief is not a linear thing. It's a process. Um, and that was your sister, man. So, and for it to bleed into other parts of your life, I feel like is really natural, you know? So, we're looking for some direction on how to bring ourselves, what did I say? I'm hoping for some direction on how to bring myself together in a way that still honors my loss and grief, but helps me go forward. Interesting. Okay. This is the part where I talk about talismans. I think a great way of honoring people that have passed and carry them with us is talismans. If you have something of hers or something that represents her, you could keep that with you, or have it on an altar or something like that as a way of honoring while you still work on you and progress and all of that. So give that a thought. Does anybody have any talismans or anything from loved ones? I have my great grandmother's mirror. She and I were pretty close, especially around the time of her passing. I was living with them at the time. So she and I kind of bonded. More. We bonded even more as she was getting close to her time. So yeah, I have her mirror, a grandfather's watch, fiance's tarot deck, old dog collars. Yes. Yep. We have one of our dogs that passed. We have his ashes and his collar and his favorite toy all up on like a little altar setting as well. So yeah, talismans are a great thing. No, I think having her hairbrush might be weird, but I lost my sister 7 years ago on the 19th, I have her hairbrush. No, I think that's really beautiful and powerful that you have that. I think that's fantastic. So April, consider that. Consider, honoring your sister by having something of theirs, and that can be kind of the offering or the symbol or the representation of them for you in your life going forward. And it's so that, like, while you progress and move forward and heal, that we still feel they're present, I wish I had something to remember my kitties by. All I have are photos. Print them out. Print out the photos. Then you will have something physical. Print them out. April. This isn't surprising at all. A king and queen of cups. Not surprising at all. Um, Direction on how to bring myself back together in a way that still honors my loss and grief, but helps me go forward. Yes. Okay. So, Queen of Cups energy is about self care, nurture as you navigate transformation. As you go through change, make sure that you are loving on you, that you are uh, prioritizing your emotional health and well being, and your self care. King of Cups energy, all you owe anyone right now and in general, all you owe anyone is truth and kindness, but that has to begin with you. It has to start with you. Um, so I would suggest that this is a time where you be the most honest with yourself and the most kind to yourself. And let's be real, um, you don't have, I'm guessing, I imagine that you don't have a whole lot of, you know, spare energy to be giving to other people and their things, and we're probably emotionally drained and spread thin and stuff like that. So with the thought of this, I know it was several years ago, but still we're not fully there, and I'm not sure you're ever really gonna be, to be honest with you. But leading with love and compassion for yourself, leading with truth and kindness for yourself, and then Page of Swords energy as well, um, is how we need to kind of reestablish this narrative. We need to retell this story in a new way that is that perpetuates this vibe that you want to honor them, but still you want to move forward, you know? And it can be as simple as you saying so out loud, that you can say out loud, I honor my sister as I go forward, and as you take advantage of new opportunities, or um leaving the house for the day, you know, just saying it out loud can be enough. I honor my sister and my loss, as I move forward throughout my day. It can be as simple as you saying it out loud. But Page of Swords energy suggests that there might be some part of it that is defeatist, or I don't want to say negative because it's not a positive experience, but you know, the personal self victimizing that can come, survivor's guilt that can come from these kinds of things. Um, yeah, a reestablishing of the narrative a little bit here. Yeah, there's some words that need shifting, a mindset that needs an adjustment. So I think that we can start to put this in a new emotional frame, probably in perhaps in one of peace instead of loss. It can be a that we're just seeking peace, you know. But the gist of the spread is, I feel like I'm talking in circles, but I'm just trying to be sensitive. Queen of Cups energy, self care, loving you, I imagine, is what she would want as well. Lead with truth and kindness. That's all you've got to give anybody anyway. And then Page of Swords energy, we need to reestablish the mindset and the narrative attached to this in some way. All right. And thank you for writing in. Let's see. Larissa, what is it that I'm missing? You have a tattoo for her and some of her jewelry, April. Well, very good. I love that. Well, then I think you already do, babe. I think you already do. I think you already honor her in a way that she'd be happy with and proud of. I think you already do that then. And now we just need to gear it more towards you, you know, and allow yourself peace and healing. All right, Larissa, what is it I'm missing? I've set my goals. I've got my business that I want to work on, but because of rules, I have to also look for a job. What rules? That's interesting. I'm also trying to remember self-care and passions, but I feel like I'm still missing something. I don't know if it's an emotional thing or what. Yes, interesting. What rules, Larissa? What? Interesting. Or is it like that the business you want to work on isn't sustainable yet? Is that the thing, perhaps? Huh. Ah, I see. You're not making enough and get a government payment, and because of that payment, you have to look for a job. I see. I see. Okay. I feel like I've been there. I've dealt with that with like an unemployment thing or something that like you had to prove that you were at least looking for work or whatever. Um, I mean, that was during the pandemic though, so it was a little different. I don't know. Okay. What are we missing? Gratitude. Personal gratitude. Uh Gratitude from the inside out is what we're missing. Gratitude for you. It's an Aussie thing. Okay, interesting. Fascinating. Okay, cool. So totally unique to what I'm talking about. But anyway, Queen of Pentacles energy, babe. We're missing gratitude for you. The fact that you always figure it out. You always get where you need to go. Do you not? You always get where you need to be. Do you not? So gratitude for your resilience, your work ethic, for your steadfastness, your empathy, your ability to see love in other people. That's what we're missing. Queen of Wands energy as well. You need to be free to make your moves in silence. She's got this cute little black cat that sits in front of her as well, which is symbolic of spirit looking out for you. Way to call me out. I try, but I guess I keep forgetting that. Yes, you do. Hi, honey, I'm live.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I didn't see you live.
You're on YouTube right now.
Okay.
Say hi.
Love you. Bye.
You can say hi.
Oh, hi, YouTube.
People are saying hi, Dustin.
Huh?
People are saying hi.
Hi.
Hi. I figured you called twice. I might as well answer.
Yeah, I was looking on Instagram and TikTok, and I was like, why is he picking up his phone?
YouTube. The YouTubes. Are you on your way home?
I'm not used to the tubes.
I know. Are you on your way home?
No, we just got done. I'm heading to the studio to drop everything off, and then I'll be home.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
All right. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye. Might as well answer. He was going to keep blowing up my phone. Anyway. Larissa, darling. Queen of Wands energy. You are being protected. You also need to honor your inner witch, bitch, and make sure that you are free to make your own moves in silence, rise to your own authority. Stop waiting for people to tell you what you should do or when or whatever. You need to do it for you, you know, and on your own decision making. Two of Wands energy. We got to zoom out. You're a dot on a marble floating through space. What's really important and why? Where did you begin? What did you want then? Where are you now? You know? So gratitude is something we're missing. We're missing the fight. We're missing the fire. We're missing the passion. We're missing the get up and go, you know, which I relate to a lot lately. I've been feeling very blah lately, very unmotivated lately. Stop waiting for people to tell me what to do. That was a big thing after I left the old job, trying to figure out how to build a business. Yes, absolutely. Zoom out, babe. Zoom out. You're a dot on a marble floating through space. Don't give so much energy to one opportunity, one thing, one person, etc. Okay? You got to see the abilities that you have. You got to see the things that you already possess, you know? What sets you apart? What makes you different? Think about that with the business as well. Thank you, Samantha. Welcome. Larissa, I hope that helps, my love. Gives you some stuff to think about. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. There's 27 people on the live and 13 thumbs up. So there's a few of us that I could use that. That would help me out a lot. It's different than the hearts. It's different than the liking, I guess. It's the thumbs up button. If you would hit that, that would be wonderful and help me out a lot. So, I'm gonna do some journaling. Very good. I like it. How's it going with your book? It's going. We're still at like a standstill. We took a pause on some things because I wasn't doing well medically. So I've been given some space to get healthy and get my shit together. Yeah. All right. I've got another little one here. Thank you for writing in. Karen, thanks for writing in, friend. Hey, Madam Adam, how have you been? And how's yours and your husband's cold now? We're doing much better. Dustin felt well enough to go to competition the past couple of days, which is great for him, you know, that he's felt well enough. And I didn't have it nearly as bad. If he had like a 100, if he had like 100% influenza, I had like 25%. I had like a scratchy throat and like a little bit. I was exposed to him. So they gave me meds that I took preemptively and got a lot better quickly. But circumstances being what they are, I was unable to go to MegaCon because unable. I decided not to go to MegaCon because I didn't want to get sick and I didn't want to spread it around to other people. I didn't want it to get worse. I was just worried about illness, you know. And with Dustin feeling like garbage, I wouldn't have been able to. I needed him, you know. I needed his help. So, but I'm glad that he was able to go to competition and he was well enough to do that and he wore a mask and was safe and all of that. But I can't just like, oh, I feel better, I'll go to MegaCon today. I can't do that. You know, I had a whole booth that was going to be set up and I'd have to check in, get my badges, set up my booth. Like it's just not something that I could just go. You know, I can't, it's not like I can just teleport in with a tarot deck and do it. So the flu stuff is like the least of it for me personally. For me personally, it was mostly I've been in a bit of a depressive episode with the MegaCon stuff, not being able to go and wanting to be there and having FOMO about not being there and seeing all the amazing cosplay and how much fun people are having while they're there. And of course, it's all over my social media. Um, so, but yeah, I've been more in a depressive episode about MegaCon. I've been very sit on the couch and do nothing for the past few days. I've been sleeping a lot, which is a main indicator that I'm depressed for me personally, is when I just can't get out of bed or when I just keep taking naps. Um, yeah. So it sucks, but thank you for asking. Yeah, wonderful to know that we're recovered. Yes. I know how it feels when you miss the event you're extremely excited about. Yeah, it fucking blows. Um, anyway, so lately it's been very draining mentally and spiritually because I feel like the world is turning against me for no apparent reason. Okay. Well, let's try not to compound these things, Kieran, but let's see. The first incident, a friend of mine called animal care on me by falsely accusing me of treating my cat wrong, according to her. But thankfully, I was given a clean chit and support from them. Okay, that's good. Second is all my life I was and still am very humane and respectful towards others because being respected is a basic human right, according to me. But the people I've been 100% genuine and respectful with has been showing extreme disrespect in your towards you. And upon asking the reason, they just say that it's just like that. The fuck? No. Um, I'm confused as to what's going on because these people want to get respected by me, but they don't like when I start giving back what I got from them. Classic. Classic. Now, if I may, this is also that conversation about the difference between respect and kindness. I don't think everyone deserves respect. I think respect is earned. I don't think that respect is a basic human right. I think that kindness is. Respect is something that is earned. Um, when was the last time we looked up that word, respect? When was the last time we really defined that word? Respect is a feeling of admiration or regard for someone or something. It can be shown through actions that demonstrate high regard. You have high regard for someone or something. Do you really hold everyone in high regard? I don't. Is that fucked up? Is that mean? Is that rude? I don't know. I don't. Valuing abilities, feelings, and views, accepting people as they are, even if you don't agree with them. Respecting someone means treating them with the same consideration you would expect for yourself. Right. So kindness, you know, I think we confuse respect and kindness a lot. I feel, especially like in today's society, um, people feel entitled to respect now when they don't have anything to respect. You know, they don't have anything to respect. They don't have anything. They're not. They don't behave in a way that suggests respectful behavior. You know what I mean? I have to make a huge billboard advertising the difference between respect and kindness. I mean, for real. Um, but yeah, I don't want you to think that this is something against you. This is very case by case, you know? It's very case by case. This friend that called animal care is not your friend. Um, be genuine, and that's the thing about authenticity, is that we can't I okay, I can't get mad if people find my authenticity off-putting. I really can't get mad at that. That's not everybody is equipped. You know, not everybody is equipped for the authenticity. So confused as to what's going on though. Nothing. I think you're having to practice the stuff that you learned in the classroom, as I like to say. I made Dustin about fell out at Hollywood Studios the other day because I there were these two little kids. Um, they were tourists from somewhere. It was like a big tour group kind of day with lots of people from other countries and stuff like that. And there were these two little kids that shoved their way through everybody to look at pins and stuff. And then and I don't just tolerate tomfoolery, you know. I literally go, "Excuse you." Like, "Okay, I say something," you know. Um and when they were leaving, the little girl stepped on my foot and like didn't turn around or anything. So I like moved my foot and I went, "Excuse me, you can't just shove through people," you know? And she turned back and looked at me and I went, "Yes, you little girl." And Dustin about died because, like, yes, I'm talking to you. Yes, I'm speaking to you directly. You can't just like, "Excuse me," works wonders. Say something. I don't know where your parents are, who raised you, you know? And Dustin's like, "Babe," you know, and trying not to die laughing. But it starts with the parents, you know? So disrespect is just rampant. So that's why I'm not just out and about running around giving out respect to everybody, because I give kindness, you know? Um yeah, this is a test of your patience, Kieran. This is a test of your temperance, King of Pentacles energy. You're not victim to anything. King of Pentacles energy. This is to make sure that you hold your own. And the advice for you is Four of Pentacles. Pull it back in. Pull it back in, babe. It's time to be frugal of where you're given energy, money, and time. It's time to be frugal of how much energy you're giving to other people right now. You know, you're giving too much. I had a child kick my chair on an airplane and I kindly asked the kid to stop when the parents didn't do anything, and he continued, and I loudly asked the parents to contain their child. Yes, as you should. Oh, I agree too. Yeah, people tend to be assholes because they have assumptions on others that are based on how they treat people. Yeah. Yeah, I get that a lot. Dustin and I get that a lot. We look younger than we are, right? Like, I'm going to be 37 this year, and people see tattoos and nails and whatever, and they assume that we're like hoodlums. You know, we're young hoodlums. Oh, they're like TikTokers or whatever. And meanwhile, my husband and I are like the most polite, nice fucking people to encounter in a social setting, you know. um but yeah, people assume how you're going to treat them. These people want me to love them, but be genuine to them and be respectful toward them, while they feel entitled to humiliate me just because they feel like it. Hold your horses. Yes. Yep. Yep. Some people don't know how to handle honesty. Very true. It's true. No, and a lot of this for me personally has been on a familial level, where I was preached respect, respect, respect about family, but then like was never given, don't chew on his thing, was never given the same respect, you know? So so yeah, this is a test of your patience, is what all of this is. It's a test of your patience, Kieran. Um, when you assume king energy, people come for the crown, you know? Four of Pentacles energy is how we handle. Be frugal of how much energy you're giving to certain people. All right. Taylor, hostile coworker. Play nice. Hey, hey, play nice. Patience has become patient, and I've become a mummy of my apartment. Yes. Period. All right. Hostile coworker. Let's see. Dear Madam, the last time I texted in a couple weeks ago, I had asked about handling a work relationship with a coworker set to destroy me. Ah, yes. It was said through you that it doesn't matter how I handle it because it will be what it will be. We have some developments. Interesting. Within the last week, we were told to document and write him up for every 2-year-old tantrum, cussing out our players, but behind their back, if that makes sense. Yes. And anything that has to do with him threatening to quit. Yeah. Document all the things. Absolutely. That's the thing I learned in management the most, is that if it's not on paper, it didn't happen. If it's not documented, it didn't happen, and we can't do anything about it. Well, since we wrote him up for calling our players horrible names, like see you next Tuesday, he had a talk with our director. He was told that he needs to watch his language, which is what we expected. However, he's acting really shady by being an absolute angel at work and even buying my other coworkers their favorite case of pop, asking if they want help with everything, etc. We all have a feeling he's up to something that's not going to end well for someone. My question is, how can I continue navigating this work relationship? And how on my toes do I need to be to watch my own back? Okay, so here's the thing. I was in a managerial situation where I was the only honest party in the room. A friend of mine was a fellow manager and was doing some shady stuff. Another new manager was doing some shady stuff. Another manager wasn't doing his job, and when I got promoted, I discovered how little work he actually did because I did all his work. Um, and then we have like our two like head managers, right? So out of all of these people, it was like a general manager, two senior managers, and then like the four of us, right? And out of the four of us, I was the only one that was like keeping everything above board, being honest, really doing the work, dotting the i's, crossing the t's, making sure everything was charged overnight, cleaning everything, making sure my drawers were counted down to the last penny, documenting any weirdness that happened. I was the only one. So, how on your toes do you need to be? You don't need to be on your toes if you are doing everything you're supposed to be doing. I did nothing to get that boy fired. I did nothing but be honest. Something fucked up happened, and I went, well, senior management is going to need to know about this. And I would rather be on the honest end of things. So I documented, just because there could have been an incident. Basically, my coworker lead, not that I do anything I'm not supposed to, but he has spread lies about what I do at work already. Right. But that's what I'm saying, is that like, it doesn't matter it doesn't matter if they lie about you, because the truth always comes to light. It shouldn't matter, because this is documented and you don't do anything wrong. So there's nothing to go on for you. You know what I mean? I get being nervous. Trust me, I get that. So there was an incident where I worked at a VR place. There was an incident where a fellow lead of mine let formerly fired employees into the experience. And then these are formerly fired employees that were also tripping on Molly, and he let them into the experience and knew this, right? There is this element where you can lift up your visor and, whatever, and we can talk to you. If there's something going on, we would lift your visor up and be like, hey, we're going to restart the dimension, blah, 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 blah. Follow me. And so there's this up and down, and you had to physically walk around, right? So there's like a lot of safety involved. You were physically wearing a backpack and you had a visor on. It was a mobile VR thing, right? So there was a lot of like health and safety kind of stuff involved. So this coworker of mine, a fellow leader, he let people in that were on drugs, that used to work here, that didn't end things well. And stuff happened. And I was like, okay, well, this needs to be documented now. And he's like, yeah, just take my side. And I'm like, I'm just going to be honest and say, this is what happened, period, point blank, XYZ. The next day, we both get called into the office. And of course, I'm shitting a brick and I'm worried that I'm going to get in trouble too. I'm on my toes. But all I had to do was just be honest and say, hey, this is XYZ what happened. So when you're honest, and you're just doing what you should be doing, there's not really a need for concern, in my opinion. Death, change. This isn't going to last long. 9 of Swords energy, 7 of Wands. Yep, continue standing up for yourself. You're going to stress no matter what. You're going to stress no matter what. But change is coming. Act like he's already gone. Continue to advocate for yourself. Continue to fight for you. Death, though. Go with the changes. If he's going to be nice, be nice. If he's going to offer help, give him something to do. I did that. Homeboy complained that I got all of the managerial tasks and they were favored. I was favored because I got more responsibilities than he did. Well, guess what? I brought that up and I said, well, he would like more responsibility. Apparently it's favoritism. You guys favor me and give me more responsibility because I'm good at my job. And he's, feeling some type of way. So they gave him responsibility, and guess who fucked up? So let him. As far as you're concerned, there is nothing weird, nothing strange going on. And if anything weird happens, you're going to bring it up. I wonder if he learned not to ask for what you can't handle. No. It was our fault. If the fact that he failed, consistently. Because here was the thing. I thought it was so fucking petty. Here was the thing, right? He was Mr. Buddy Buddy with all of the employees. So good cop, bad cop. I had to be the bad cop. And my method of bad cop was like, ha ha ha, oh my God, that's hilarious. Okay, great. Do your job now. All right. Thank you guys. Like, let's get to work. Okay. Like, I was rarely a dick. I was just direct and forward, but in like a polite and authoritative way. But a lot of that job was just babysitting. It was not hard. It was not hard. It was just babysitting. And a lot of it, he was the one that was like, so he was a free size t-shirt. Yeah, basically. He was very buddy buddy with everybody. He was just trying to be everybody's friend. He was the cool manager. So guess what? So to give him more responsibility, they made him in charge of everyone's schedule. Guess who was everyone's least favorite person now? Him. Hilarious. Hilarious. They thought with him running the schedule that they'd get their time off requests that they wanted, that they would get schedules that they wanted. Nah, girl. We put him we put him in charge of the schedule. So guess who had to be at a computer 2 days a week to figure out the fucking schedule for everybody? Hilarious. You want to be everybody's friend? Well, why don't you be in charge of their time and see how they like that? So funny. And he always said that my job looked so you get the easy stuff. No, I'm just good at it. That's all. So I hope that helps. I wouldn't worry about it too much. You're going to stress anyway. And I think the stress of it is like, it's the person, it's not that you need to be worried. It's that this person has bad vibes. They've got bad energy, and they just give you anxiety, man. I always dreaded the days when I had to like talk to people that I had to write up. All right, I got time for one more. Dear Madam, we just recently had a house inspection, which was stressful as we have 5 children. Oh my goodness. Ages range from 12 down to a year and a half. So that was a chaotic time for my partner and I beforehand, constantly cleaning. Yeah. Bless you, Ramen. We had an inspection and all went well. Writing in today, hoping for some advice to help relieve the stress. Yes. Okay. Absolutely, Rebecca. Ramen, you having a season fit? All right, Rebecca, darling. Yeah, you need to buy yourself something pretty. Yeah. We got a little treat yourself needed to go on. 6 of Pentacles energy, some generosity in your direction. Give yourself a little offering. Page of Pentacles, gift to you. And then 5 of Cups. This was emotionally draining on you. Really, really emotionally draining. So we need to release that. I wouldn't be surprised if you needed a good cry to let that stress out. But I would treat yourself to a little something, something. And I think you need a release. You need to let that out. Oh, I got one more. Deb. Dear Madam Adam, thank you again for all that you do. You always inspire me to speak it like it is. Yes, I've turned 50, although I still feel young at heart. Lately, I've felt very stuck in the knowing thyself and questioning, who am I? What do I do apart from work 40 hours per week? I'm usually good at entertaining myself, although feeling kind of stuck in a rut kind of mood. Any general guidance from you would be greatly appreciated. Again, thank you for sharing guidance. Absolutely. Yeah, you're welcome. Um, you're welcome, Rebecca. Let's see what I've got for you, Deb. Deb, do your Ikigai. Ikigai. Do that. I'm going to put it in the chat. I want you guys to look that up. Ikigai. Look that up on your own time. I know you're not eating my chair. A good exercise on purpose and figuring out where you should kind of lean. What am I good at? What does the world need? What can I be paid for? It's a really good exercise. Sticky guy. That's why I put it in the chat. Yes. Okay. So 8 of Cups energy. We need to move on from some stuff. Maybe there's some unfinished things that we can get moving on. The problem is that there's too many voices, too many opinions, too many cooks in the kitchen. 5 of words are hard. 5 of Wands energy. There's too many options, it seems. So King of Pentacles energy, whatever makes you feel like that bitch, whatever makes you feel good. I know every time I finish a book, I feel like, hell yeah, I finished a book. You know what I'm saying? Every time I complete something that I wanted to do, it makes me feel accomplished. So, yeah, you got to move on from some old stuff and finish the things you need to finish. 5 of Wands energy. There's just too many voices, too many opinions. It's really up to you, babe. King of Pentacles, balls in your court. So I thought, Ikigai might be a good idea for you to look at. Give that some thought. But we need to move on and stop listening to everybody. Just because everybody's worried about the Super Bowl or the Oscars or whatever, it doesn't mean that you have to be. Yeah? Cool. All right. Well, thank you, friends, so much for joining me for this fabulous episode of Dear Madam Adam. I really appreciate you guys writing in. Those are great emails. I really appreciate your participation and for watching and being here. I'm so indecisive. I don't want the ball in my court. Well, make a list. Make a list. That's what I did. I made a list of all the things that I had unfinished, and then I go through that list and I cross stuff off. It's like if I have a video game or something that I want to complete or that I've left unfinished, I see what has the closest to finished progress and I start there, So, anywho, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget tomorrow night's Monday Night Live. I will see you for that. Thank you for spending your evening with me. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you next time. Thank you for flying Star Tours. Bye-bye.